I'm the last speaker before the break, but in fact this is already the break, but you're not aware of it. Universities, so don't expect much content. But you know they do exist, and maybe some of you, even in the dark, look as if you were in touch with them in the past. But okay, no wounds forever, that's okay. The point is, I do like universities. I'm also a rector of a university here in Belgium. But I see two major weaknesses with regard to universities, two difficult points I strongly dislike, and I will talk about them. One weakness is innovation, something terrible. Beware. A second difficulty is financial efficiency. I'm also strongly opposed to that. Well, you too, because you bought a ticket for TEDx. But let's come to the point. First of all, financial efficiency. People seem to like that. And the problem with universities is that they think very often that it is the hardcore of their message. In case we are efficient, that's what they think, everything will go well. Our scientists will become creative as a result of efficiency. Their lives will flourish. They will feel happy in case everything is run in an efficient way. But efficiency isn't pleasant. It creates alienation. People have to function in a framework which is arid and rigid. So, in a way, efficiency is hampering creativity. Maybe sometimes we should be a bit less efficient, or we should be tremendously efficient in such a way that we can hide the fact that we are efficient. But if we have administrators, civil servants of the university who are always focusing on efficiency, then we just become sad. And sad scientists are dull scientists. Are probably no scientists at all, because a scientist is an artist without enough talent to be a true artist. And then the second point, innovation. That's a horrible word. All those people talking about innovation, did you ever look in their eyes? They're close to death. Many of them already passed away, but aren't aware of it. Time and again, they are giving lectures saying, we like innovation. You can't see it empirically. No innovation in them. Dull ties, wrong suits, no ideas. And again they are saying, for our society, fast evolving society, what we truly need is innovation. Oh yes. In fact, we need something much more serious in universities, and that is an absolute option for a lack of seriousness. We have too many serious people in our world. And why are people serious? Because they have to hide something. In my youth, which is only a few months ago, well, let's say in the 60s, but of last century, not before Christ or something. In my youth in the 60s, some people were highly praised as serious people. For unknown reasons, those people were always men. I never saw in my life any serious woman, which is good. They were always men. Men with a hat in those days and with raincoats. Well, they didn't open them, that's another type. But there was always that formal aspect of seriousness. And I thought, why on earth are those people like that? Why do they never laugh? Why do they never smile? Why do they, as if they control the world? The answer is easy, because they feel lost. Because they have no creativity at all. Because indeed they have to hide something. Let's go also in science for humor. Because humor means that you truly love what you are doing and that you feel well about it, that you're not afraid about yourself and others. Imagine for a moment that in life you have a love partner. Well, in your case it's hopeless. But imagine for a moment that it is like that, and it is, keep courageous. It's not ontologically excluded. There is hope for all of you. But imagine for a moment that you have a partner right now and that you are always serious with him or with her. That you never make a fool of her. That you always take her seriously, that you respect her. Well, that type of respect is of course a sign of an absence of any contact. No concern, no commitment, no true love, but a defensive attitude, aiming at respect, but in fact having no contact, no connection, no true innovation in the relationship. Imagine for a moment even that you just praise your partner, or that you just tell always, that's even worse, the truth to her, instead of making a fool of her. Never tell the truth to your partner unless you are preparing your divorce. And in that regard, also science should flourish. Science should be open, humorous, unexpected, sometimes without structures. And that's what we also need for universities. We need a much more informal university, where the financial structures are not the bottom line, where indeed administration supports ideas and is not the starting point of an absence of ideas. That's what we have to do again. And so universities can help all people. They can help people to be successful, beautiful. But they should also help people to be successfully unsuccessful. That's the true task of a university, not just always being number one in life. It's good if it's possible, but you can have bad luck. For instance, you can become ill, private tensions, a divorce, although you have to ask the question whether or not of the 4 divorces it is just bad luck. I mean, we should remain open about that. But that's in a way the task of a university. Just be open enough to give people the choice. Please do fail if you want. Please try to survive if you are not successful. So the fact of being successful or not successful is not the dominant element, but the freedom, the openness, the humor, the possibilities that are offered to people. Well, I try to defend universities by saying what they are maybe not. There is maybe today not that much humor. But on the other hand, that's also the task of a scientist, trying to find humor where it is not. At the university, in classes, with dull old professors, with maybe also seminars, endless speeches, without an end. But when you look a little bit deeper, you might discover that finally everything is a joke. And once you are sure about that, you can also come to the conclusion that yourself, well, that deep in your heart, there is for you no other place, given your seriousness, your lack of humor, your difficulties in handling a partner. The only place where you can survive, after all, is the university. That's where you should be.